Yeah, I'm quite being back true football fans and the Masisa Muguswa subscribe to your channel no share videos and like it share my man for. Monkoswa na munye nisa mai. Wa share no mze very soon menya kunya nyaba ona so na so aka bi. Ya me aduma kwasi da wi anumre na chese 4:30 p.m. Ghana time. And Etihad Stadium may host to the biggest fixture ever this match day. I'm sure across Europe. I mean, the last two winners of the Premier League, Manchester City and Liverpool, they face you off. So City, Asia champions Liverpool, Etihad, and Kovi. This is a blockbuster fixture. Liverpool in the last two games are share Aston Villa, as Madrid in the Champions League. City there, Omar recover from the, early days now. No more shocks in there. And I'm sure we will promise it to be another banger on Sunday in the Premier League.
Oh yes, it's always one of the big games. In the Premier League, even if it's your Champions League, it is still one of the big games. Obe pesa obe witness it. Now, always say City and Liverpool encounters now can, but for this season, Liverpool and starty any omushe danye consistent like that no. Obeka say enka City ne Liverpool ni ade no recent times enka nya dia heading for Liverpool because I was going through since April 2023 the only time City enya victory over Liverpool was in a Premier League game at home ewo Etihad. That was way back in 2023 April Premier League game. If you were burning in Anakanu, the best City enya against Liverpool a draw. Even last season, Liverpool and a double home and away against Manchester City, and you can understand. Say, last season now one of the low points in the career of Pep Guardiola, and even the days at City as well. Many women going for City last season, they really struggled. And for Liverpool to beat City home and away last season, me sure say na entiasi won because na two teams we saw that na Liverpool better. So but this season one thing we've noticed say Liverpool and Shedanye consistent that match. Same thing applies to Manchester City. So yes, at some point City ebeda third on the league log, even second at some point on the league log to Arsenal. But clearly you say Drew baby and I say City oko no asan banechi oko no asan banechi. Now they are meeting Liverpool at a time to me aka say Liverpool corner oko from no the horizon because in the last two games, one in the Premier League, one in the Champions League, Omabo against difficult opponents. So beating Villa and also Real Madrid in the Champions League, clearly tells me say as a no at Liverpool.
And even in all those two games, 180 minutes of football. Almost goes a winning, but one consider a crowd.
Yes.
So just look at the attacks, almost here. These are similar attack. To me, attacking from the left, from the right, from the middle. Madrid crowd in Nanka. 180 minutes, Liverpool consider goal.
Yes. So they are improving and they clearly. So man who says still there's a lot to be done, but in the last two games, are clear and obviously you see a Liverpool side that is improving. Now, say I contributed to improvement now Liverpool in the last two games at least. First one, Robertson, our left back ahead of Keket. You see that difference no. Who said before Keket, Urban, it was all about Robertson and the club area. Even last season when they were winning the Premier League, and a slot still or rely on Robertson. left back. Yes, Arnold Cole. Then they brought on board Jeremy Frimpong and all of that. But was a left back there. I think say in the last few years, Liverpool Liverpool in the Premier League. They've always relied on Robertson, our left back. In the last few games, he's the one in charge the left back position. The other one, McAllister, he's back. Now, if you check in the last 2 games, say Anna Slot both 2 ubehu say McAllister ball alongside Ravenberg. And now say both 3 ubehu Soboslai, Ravenberg, and then McAllister. And Allister presence Liverpool midfield is so key. So what you see, he is very good on the ball, and when he's attacking, or one of those midfielders now, advanced ruler, or we are very effective. They do baby crap with number 10. And in the presence of midfield, I think say I play certain key roles be pushing Liverpool. Even in the last game against Real Madrid or the Champions League, the only goal I buy, it was McAllister's header. So I think that the decision by the coach say or go back to some of those players now. Liverpool, I rely on them or more agile Liverpool is something that is doing the magic. And no doubt Liverpool are improving, and they are traveling to Etihad Stadium to go and face a City sider, coached by Joseph Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers in the game. Don't forget, when it comes to the attack, I mean, I've always said, team be anyone more a player it is a Haaland anymore. And it is a worry, especially when we hear Liverpool set up now we'll discuss your weaknesses. One area bit me aside here, the centre back, Konate and Van Dijk. We've seen some weaknesses in there. Also and Haaland is so good at the job. Last season it was a smooth one for Liverpool against City home and away, because that City is so poor, right? But this season, I'm not sure the story is the same. And on the part of Liverpool, try say sorry aba. And he said, oh sorry sir. Now after playing 2 games against Villa and Real Madrid, next game say Obeko Etihad Stadium ko face Manchester City on Sunday. It's a tough one. And from where I sit, the only said in the last 2 games, how impressive are Liverpool are, and we are na limitation be a tosso this weekend, because I think they are facing a City side or me a different this season, and many sure say Liverpool in the last 2 games the way Mabono is so exceptional. And as we beat me, I can say Liverpool have arrived so much so that beat me walking over City easily. But for an slot, you can always cite history. Last season we walked over them. In Oman dance side, we can repeat the same thing. And only I do beat me catch the boys no. But as you say, City so they allow Mohu to be defeated again for the 3rd time in the Premier League after say last season 2 games to Liverpool no. Another thing altogether, different conversation altogether. And for me, I think I will give City a win or draw at home on Sunday against Liverpool, because City are improving kakra compared to last season, and they have some good players on any day when they pick their boots on beating at any opponent. And don't forget, City, they are still eyeing the Premier League title. They know it is Arsenal and I take lead no, but Arsenal, they've done it in the past. We need to take lead no more bottle the whole thing when we are ending the season. And the City who is winning the league is still possible. And any game they play, especially one that they hope to win, and they look at the 3 maximum points first before any other thing. So it's a very difficult one for Liverpool this weekend. And Manchester City win or draw. Okay.
Final question before ADBCM. We are on a slaughter between Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak. What boy in top games in the Premier League are excelling with Newcastle United. Why not best selecting it for Sunday games or starting?
You see, the only problem there is second. Sometimes the players if free injuries now to expect so at normal level no very difficult. But say me a manager and a slot na me pick report from the medical team say Isaac strong enough to be on the field. Say omami Ekitike now mami Alexander na me ntusi bakwa on any day I'll pick Alexander Isaac. Me reason is say or somebody that what proof say he can do the job in the Premier League. Yes, Oba Liverpool and woman said I'm fire. And you can understand new environment expectations are different. At Liverpool you are expected to win almost every game. When you are there, pressure at Liverpool and you're the same at Sociedad and Newcastle. Do you get the point? Emma untumin picky ye. But when you sure so Becca say Ekitike is picky. Because Ekitike started so well from the Community Shield to the early days the Premier League. He started so well, but unfortunately after that incident.
Community Shield was a goal.
Yes.
In the League Cup, the best goal run Jason.
Yes.
In the Premier League was a goal. In the Champions League against the former club was a goal. So it's more like Ekitike man better numbers. I mean he's up there in all competitions and found it venue he's scoring goals. Even though he be out to find Dino and compare Isaac there. But performances and depiction with you, and it's like Ekitike has been a better striker than Isaac since above joining in Liverpool.
Yes, don't forget say Ekitike arrive early or Bantem compared to Alexander Liverpool, because we all know back and forth issues are now surrounding Alexander and they switch from Newcastle to Liverpool and all of that, so there were delays. But I agree with you, sir. So far, you can't say Ekitike are performing badly, right? But Kanu, this is the Premier League, and this is Alexander Isaac. For me, on any day, if he's fit, me a coach, I can't afford to drop him. And yeah, instead of dropping Alexander Isaac, Namabo Ekitike, I would rather go for a top two. And now say me shift Ekitike mu ako the left wing,
then bench Gakpo.
Now call the Gakpo ko bench Salah right wing, right? It be a Viet number 10 with Alexander Isaac leading the attack. I mean, media say Alexander Isaac fitting quadia. I don't think say anybody has proven to be reliable that much. May decide to say may drop it. And don't forget to, I mean, he's also expensive, very expensive signing. I don't think say the situation and yes bia or you fully fitter manager ni bit me afford it to drop him. Right. And as we're starting from the bench. No.
All right. So prediction.
I've said that make for a win or draw for Manchester City. So I don't see City losing that game, and I don't see Liverpool winning this game. Maybe a Liverpool beat me a shock here in the Champions League against Real Madrid. I didn't give them a chance to win the game, but game no started. You will say a different performance altogether. They could have scored more than one goal. Of course, Madrid should beat me a share, maybe a goal or two any idea, but up front they weren't clinical. And be a situation bisa see until that situation, I don't give any chance for Liverpool in terms of win. Ever game win or draw for Manchester City.
All right, so that's a Kofi Labi and I share the thoughts. So it will be safe for watching, and yes, so my rain if you subscribe here, or subscribe to this channel. True football fans, your YouTube, your TikTok. Very soon you'll join other social media platforms. That is Facebook, Instagram, Thread, and other. But for now, YouTube and TikTok. Subscribe and follow. Now if you share your videos, that's it.